Hello, Al pals. I don't even know if that got heard, but I don't. That's fine. Hello, Al pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends. The film is the 1982 sequel to Grease that we watched last week, 2 weeks ago. Grease 2. Oh my goodness, I love this movie even more than the original, and I catch a lot of crap for it, and I don't care. But yes, the motion picture starring debut of Michelle Pfeiffer, who cool writer. The song she sings in this basically made my hormones go overdrive. So I really thank this movie being one of the movies that really set me into complete and utter manhood. I joke, but it just having some fun. But that is the film. The Friends are, of course, the wonderful family Pacelli of the clan Pacelli. First, of course, ladies first. The lovely Nanette, the fair pink lady herself. Nanette of Netters Network. How are you doing, my dear? And what are you drinking?
Hiya, honey. I'm drinking Diet Green Tea Citrus Lipton Tea.
Diet Green. Oh, very nice, very nice. And of course, he puts the T in T-Bird again. Troy Pacelli. I always want to go with Klingon Cleric first. Cartan, the Klingon Cleric. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Don't expect me to try affecting an Australian accent. That won't work.
Just gotta do your Brooklyn Italian.
I'd have to do Brooklyn Italian. Yeah,
that's another film.
That's true.
Let's go. No, I'm not going to say that. Of course, I am drinking my version of Mancello as usual. My lemonade.
I'm having a Diet Dr. Pepper, but I'm probably going to irish it up in a little bit.
Shouldn't be a title.
Netter just looked at me. Maybe I won't be.
No, you make one of those butterscotchy things that we had the other day.
Yeah, you want one?
No. What was it you gave me yesterday?
Butterfinger. That was the, I don't remember. It was like a brown sugar cinnamon liqueur. Yeah, I'll get it.
Like we got this one on a large.
Sounds nice.
It's like something like McGillicuddy's brown sugar cinnamon liqueur, and it kind of tastes like Kahlua and cream.
Yeah, it's pretty yummy.
Actually really good. I'll take a shot of that just because I've been feeling a little off
for
today.
Medicinal purposes. I understand.
Yeah.
It's a weird. You say you're feeling off. Are you like tired or kind of under weather?
Well, like I was telling you in the green room,
Right.
my company has installed a new program into our system. So we do IT certifications. And the one system we liked, it had its little bugs, but I was used to it. So we got this new system that's supposed to be all the bells and whistles and perfect, but it's not working properly. So everyone and their brother has been working overtime, well, at least they're supposed to be working overtime to try and get all the bugs fixed and all these voucher codes entered so that people can actually buy their products so they can take their exams or what have you. Well, it's like I discovered that over the last 2 weeks, I've worked 37 hours. In 2 weeks. That's overtime. So on top of my regular 40 hours each week, I did an additional 37 hours. What's even more interesting is that last week, I worked the Sunday for 8 hours, and then the rest of the week was, made up the rest of that 37. This week, I only worked Monday through Friday, and I had that extra, 18 hours in there. So it was like, oh my goodness.
So you deserve a little Irish.
Yeah, so I am completely
instead of the little Italian you normally have.
Yeah.
Arr, 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 arr.
Yeah, so I'm completely and totally knackered, and it's like, so I'm having this for medicinal purposes because I can.
And I just confirmed
nothing wrong with that.
The name brand is Jackson Morgan. Don't know them, but
they do a Chardonnay.
So you know, sometimes those weird off brands are you can find some good stuff.
I know it's funny, but when we go to Binny's, the big liquor chain, Netter tends to shop based on the way the bottles look.
Yep.
And she's actually made some good choices based on just bottle shapes.
I judge on bottles and labels and names. Like to me, something like if you put like Captain in front of something,
Yeah.
you're good. And like when I get, the cider I like is called Woodpecker. I love me some Woodpecker cider.
Sure.
It's better than Woodchuck cider, which
I-
is a little drier than I like.
Does
I
it
like
taste
a
like
sweet.
chicken?
It doesn't taste like chicken.
No, Blue Jay. But anyway,
I hope it doesn't taste like woodpecker. But
no,
no,
it's a very sweet cider. Like I said, it's not everybody's taste. I just like a sweeter, quote unquote, wetter. I don't like the dry. I don't like a dry drink. I like a wet sweet drink.
Well,
So,
this is why when I
that makes
talk to
sense.
somebody and they say, I don't like alcohol, I'm like, what have you been drinking? You've been drinking the wrong things, you
Yeah.
know?
I'm not much of an alcohol drinker. Like I get a lot of crap sometimes because I'm not a beer drinker.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people's like, I want to have a beer with you, darn it. And I'm like, okay. And my go-to beer is Samuel Adams.
Sure.
Samuel Adams
Sure,
regular
sure.
pale lager. It's for me, it's the only beer I don't find too bitter. I'm not. I don't like that bitter taste.
That's why I stay away from IPAs. I'm really getting tired of those. I don't
That's
don't
why-
understand why people like those so much.
All
So,
the-
yeah,
the
Samuel Adams
beers
is
and
always
ales
my
I drink
go-to.
are the lighter colored ones. I think they
Yeah.
call them blondes, and I don't get that bitter taste from that. So like I'll drink Corona, for example,
Yeah.
or even like Budweiser. I mean, I know some people are like, okay,
I
those
feel
are, like,
so
really
sorry.
cheap
I
ass
feel
beers,
so.
but,
I
you
feel
know,
so bad for the Corona company. It's
Actually,
like,
we
why did you
started
have to-
buying Corona more
it's
when
like,
the
why
when the
did you have
coup
to
hit.
call it that? Okay, let's see who's in chat. First is Melissa Harris, Jake, aka Melissa Harris and Sons 4.0. What?
Yeah.
Going up
Yeah.
again?
New one.
Good lord. Is it that you keep getting canceled, or are you getting forgetting your login? Because either way, it's just like it's like 4.0. Whoa, getting up there. Soon gonna be like Windows 11. Gonna be
Well, this is
Melissa
what I
11.
said to her last night. I said, I just don't understand how you don't even have any content on your channel. Why is YouTube beating on you?
and if her name gets any longer, I won't be able to say hello.
Yeah,
The
I
only
know.
unless she leaves comments on people and they get reported, maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, it could have if they come along and say, "I don't like that," boom, and put you in YouTube jail.
Maybe.
But I don't know. But welcome anyway. Always welcome here, Melissa. Joshua V in the house. Sir Torin Clegane, welcome, sir. And that's all that have reared their heads at this moment. Like I got a few more minutes before we start. But Grease 2, you guys have seen it?
I have definitely seen it, yeah.
I believe I've seen it. Joshua V says he's never seen it.
Joshua V has never seen it. I'm hoping you're watching along because it's I admit, and like I said, as someone who does film reviews, I admit Grease 2 is not a great film, but it's a favorite film, and there's a big difference there. You can like a really bad movie, and even not even think it's that. I actually don't think Grease 2 is all that bad, but I know why it's maligned. But I love it, and it's just the songs to me are so singable, and the characters, I like the characters, and Michelle Pfeiffer, come on, please give me a hell yeah. But
yeah.
this
No
was
doubt about
this
it.
was her first big role. This is what started her on her way to superstardom, and sadly kind of killed Maxwell Caulfield's career for a while. He had to dig himself out of a hole for a sad reason. But there's some really cool people in this film. I mean, Sugar McGavin's in this film, if you remember. What's Christopher McDonald plays Goose.
Yep.
So you got him, and you have like Pamela Segal or Pamela Adlon, who plays the young little girl, who's the voice of Bobby Hill.
Oh, interesting.
From King of the Hill, and just some fun people. Of course, some returning people. Dee Dee Khan, it's Frenchie's in it for a little while. Eve Arden, Principal McGee, Sid Caesars, Coach Calhoun.
Connie Stevens. Oh.
Connie Stevens appears in this as a new teacher, and this has got a song routine called reproduction, which
Yep.
is hysterically funny.
Yes, it is.
It's a fun
Did you
cotton candy kind of a movie.
did you mention Maureen Teefy, Lucy Lane from the Supergirl movie?
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maureen Teefy is in this playing Sharon. Yeah, Sharon. She was in. Yeah, she was in Supergirl and Fame. Now looking at her,
Oh, okay, okay.
that's what she's best known for, and of course Grease too.
And of course,
Uh,
Tab Hunter, who my mom had a big crush on.
yep, Tab Hunter plays Mr. Stewart, the biology teacher who is, like I said, one of the great things. But yeah, if you take a look at like a lot of the cast, it's really funny, and some of the and the way this film came about. Of course, Grease was such a big hit that, of course, we got to do a sequel. We have to, you know, cash in on this. The original title was Son of Grease, which they just said no.
Yeah,
They just
I'm
made
kind
it
of glad.
Grease.
That doesn't make a lot of sense at all.
Yeah, and actually, when they started it, they didn't even have a finished script. That's why it kind of seems like a little bit of a mess.
Yeah.
But like some of the things I did, and reading in IMDb, like of course, a couple more minutes before we'll start, in case anybody else shows up.
Sure.
Tom Cruise auditioned for Johnny Nagarelli, but they wanted someone older and taller. Debbie Harry was asked to do Stephanie Zanoni.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Um,
that.
Andy Gibb was approached for the lead. Jennifer Beals was going to play Sharon Cooper, Maureen Teefy's part, but then got the lead role in Flashdance or dropped out.
Interesting.
It's just really cool. Of course, Lauren Luft's in it, who is the daughter of um, blah, 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 Judy Garland. Judy Garland, and some of the other ones who were up for the male lead: Sean Cassidy, Greg Evigan, Andy Gibb, as I mentioned, and Rick Springfield.
Wow.
That would have been so cool, I think.
Right?
But yeah, and of course Lisa Hartman, Christy McNichol, Andrea McCardle, and Pat Benatar were considered for the role of Stephanie Zanoni.
Mm.
So that is some background on the film. Like I said, came out in 1982. I was 17ish when it came out. I was, of course, I kid around. I was like, ushered into manhood, but I liked girls I never went through a girls are icky stage. I was asking girls to marry me when I was in kindergarten. I really, today I'd have been one of those boys that would have to see the principal a lot and get a talking to. Because I liked girls, and especially this one little redhead girl from Catholic school, I remember. But anyway,
You were
but
regular Charlie Brown, huh?
I'll tell you, Michelle Pfeiffer at that time fit the mold
Yeah.
of the girl that I liked, because I went through my Farrah phase, Cheryl Teague, that kind of thing, and
Yep.
this was around that time as I was going into that, and I see Michelle Pfeiffer, I'm like, boom, that's it, that is the girl. So yeah, I know it's a little skeezy kind of
I would just
sounding
say that
way,
if
but
you really like Michelle Pfeiffer in this film and you haven't seen The Fabulous Baker Boys, you're missing out.
oh god, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have not seen that. I've seen some of it. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've seen good parts of it, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
But Grease 2, it's a lot of fun. I've got mine queued up. I'm at about the 3-second mark. The stars have not appeared yet. I've just got a mountain.
Yeah.
So if you
That's
guys
right.
want to say there, whoever is kind of watching, like I said, uh, I like this film. It's a bit goofy and it's just fun. And I just thought, I can't watch Grease and not watch Grease 2 because I actually like this film better in a weird way. Love them both, but there's just something about, even beyond the Michelle Pfeiffer thing, which I like to, kick up.
If
But
anyone is
I am
looking for it out there, it doesn't.
oh
It looks like it's a Hulu exclusive. So even though,
it's a Hulu. If you have Stars, you can watch it. If you
yeah,
have a Star subscription, you can watch on Hulu or Amazon Prime.
yeah, those
The
streaming
star,
services
the
will
Stars is the big
license it
thing.
from Stars, but you still end up paying for it. However you,
Yeah, but it is on the high seas.
yeah.
If you want to put it in your locker, it could be as easy as 1, 2, 3 to get the movies.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's out there, and just going to have a lot of fun and getting ready to start in 3, 2, 1, go. And there are the stars. Yay! Paramount, a Gulf Western company. It's a long blue. That's a long
Just
swath
I
of
got
blue there.
commentary on mine.
Yeah, I do too. I didn't realize that when I grabbed my copy of
Well,
it.
it's like I heard some lady talking. I'm like, who the heck is talking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the descriptive commentary for the visually impaired.
Ah,
I do love the fact that it
Paramount
opens up with
Pictures
these.
present. Yeah, they put that flagpole in for the movie,
Oh, did they?
just for the movie. It was temporary. And
Nice.
it gets me that they didn't hook the bottom. They just hooked the top part of the flag.
Yeah.
The commentary
Grease
just said
too.
they cringed and the flag fell on them.
Yeah. So here's my question: how long after the previous film is this supposed to be taking place?
I really, let's say this is 62. When was the original Grease? It's 2 years after the original, it says.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 61.
Because I noticed that Eugene is still there.
Yeah, Eugene is still there. There's several familiar faces actually. In the dance company, there are a few people that did return to kind of be
That makes
dancers in
sense,
this one
yeah.
too.
The Rydell flag says 1961 on it. Does that mean that this is supposed to be 1961, or is that when the school is established?
Well,
Uh,
the school year would start in 61 and go into 62.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be that year. It's 61. The school they're shooting at is a different school, but
Yeah.
it is still Rydell
I don't
High.
know if you caught up with the short girl was taking the girl next to her's coat and trying to cover her boob with it,
Yeah.
and the girl that she's covering
Yeah.
her boob was like moving it back over, like, no, I'm showing these off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the little girl with the pigtails, that's the one who's the voice of Bobby Hill.
Oh, okay. That makes
I
sense.
think it's interesting how they have so many females voicing young boys.
Yeah, it works
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Because their voice isn't going to change, you know.
And also, she's also the younger sister of Peggy Bundy. Leela.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Katie Seagal.
So, like I was getting at though, is that you
Daniel
got
Heron in the house.
Hey, Daniel.
hey Birdman. So, I just have this feeling that you have a 2-year gap, which means that anybody who's here had to have been a freshman or sophomore in the previous movie, unless it's something like Frenchie, who got held back a year, so that makes sense.
Now, Daniel Heron, you're in Boston, right? Isn't this the weekend for that Boston thing? He's supposed to be seeing John Williams in concert.
Are these supposed to be like the younger brothers of the last class?
Something like that.
They're the new T-Birds.
Yeah.
The original concept was that Nagarelli is actually Zuko's cousin, but they kind of cut that out. And the twins there, they're actually also Seagals. They're the little pigtail girl's older twin sisters.
They were in a series, weren't they?
Yes, they were. And they were also cast separately. The casting director didn't realize he casted twins. Or she. I don't know.
The commentary
Yes.
hearing is hilarious.
Yeah.
Everyone starts doing the twist in unison.
Yep. That happened in my high school all the time. You'd just be bursting out and
Actually,
song?
you'd be surprised. It actually happened at our high school several times, but it was basically because we were trying to replicate scenes from movies.
yeah. There's Frenchie.
Yeah.
See, instant exposition.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
Sandy's cousin.
That's exposition drop right there.
The way she's holding the whatever with the pink, because I could just see the pink, I thought she was holding a baby.
Yeah.
Jill Pfeiffer. So young, so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And blonde.
Very.
Think Pink.
Yep.
And the T-Birds. Adrian's Med. What was he? He was on. Was it
He
Dance
was
Fever
on a
or
lot
something?
of things.
Yeah, he was like on Dance Fever or something like that.
He was also in
Oh
that
no,
cop
solid.
show
Didn't he
with
do Solid Gold? He was. Yeah, he was on T.J. Hooker. with,
TJ Hooker. Yeah,
Shatner.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he played a cop on that one. I'm looking at these outfits going, gosh, I wonder how many thrift stores they had to raid to find those clothes.
Right.
They had a huge cast. I mean, just look at this scene. They had a ton in this. Miss Mason.
Actually, they're pretty good. They should go out for the team too.
And also, one of the guys in there is Matt Latanzi, who was married to Olivia Newton-John.
Hmm.
Because you know, a lot of teachers and principals feel that way when their kids are on the first day. They're like, "Oh no, here they come."
Yeah.
There's Latanzi, the guy in the white sweater.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm switching to Diet Dr. Pepper.
Peter Franchette, he was on something, some series. One of those like cop shows.
He looks really familiar.
Profiler. He was on
One thing I gotta
Profiler.
keep in mind, just because you put a girl in pigtails doesn't make her younger.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, isn't that always the way in Hollywood? Your whole high school cast is made up of 30-year-olds.
That's why I think it's hilarious that they have a 30-year-old in pigtails. I'm like, but they look 30 in pigtails.
Yeah. Wee. He just jumps through the window.
I didn't want to be late.
Now, I like it when they're not to it yet, but when Michael goes to the locker, there's just pay attention to the locker when he opens it, or when they shut it on him or something, or inside of it.
That is a wild-looking array of colors for her pillbox hat.
It matches
The one
her sweater, though.
The one
Yeah.
in the odd outfit, she was also in the movie Fame.
Yeah,
Yep.
With Irene
he
Cara.
just
Maureen Teefy. You know, that's a good film. That's a film that a lot of people don't really talk about much anymore,
yeah.
but it was a really good movie. Irene Cara.
Yep.
Let's see. Well, when we get to F,
Coco.
I'm pretty sure we got it. Let's
Oh,
see.
if you don't have it, I'd be really surprised.
Vince Fontaine making a reappearance.
Yep.
The weird pedo.
Yep. I look at him and I keep seeing Lieutenant Castillo from Star Trek.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot he was in
He
Yesterday's
actually he
Enterprise.
actually reprised his role as a voice actor in Star Trek Online.
Oh, cool.
Playing Castillo.
Messes her pants and she goes back and puts on a skirt.
Yep,
I don't know why. Was that a dress code back then? Girls couldn't wear pants to school.
could be.
I mean, I could see it like a private school, but okay, the locker.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't they didn't show it as much as I thought they were going to. Or they okay, the license plate.
Yep.
That's the license plate from the first movie that was on the T-Bird's car.
Was it? That's pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, it was a good homage. I didn't know that until I was researching.
Well, I do appreciate the research that went into it. Um, we had full size lockers. You actually could push somebody into.
Yeah, our school had was that were they full or halves? But I know you had to share a locker, which I thought was kind of dumb. But in my county, the kind of the schools are. I'm not going to say they're overcrowded, but they are building another high school. I think eventually, so to relieve some of the
Oh boy.
bazooms. I never had a teacher look like that. Though I did
I
go to
did.
Catholic. I went to Catholic school for 8 years, and they were most of them were nuns. So
Well, yeah, I did too. But then when I got to high school,
now,
I had some
when I
teachers.
worked at high school, there were a few teachers that never quite that low,
Hmm.
but there were a few that were they could fill out a sweater. I will say that. Yep, I knew teachers like that too.
Yeah. I actually had an English teacher who had a complete nervous breakdown.
Well, if you had to deal with 30 unruly teenagers, wouldn't you want to take some pills? Hey, it's blue. If you can't be athletic, be an athletic
Right.
supporter.
Boom.
Wow.
Long playing records and still saying LPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, long playing albums, as they say later. I also think it's funny that the classes kind of everybody's like in a weird class schedule because during the reproduction scene later,
Uh huh.
they're all in the same class, but they're not in the same class at the start of school. So they
Right.
did a little jockeying around.
Well, actually, in my high school, we had homeroom first period, but then we went to different classes, so we weren't necessarily in
You know
the
what?
same classes with all of our homeroom people.
I never thought that that might have been a homeroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, in
It would
my
have been
high
a weird
school,
home. Well, see, in my high school, we had homeroom according to alphabet,
Mm-hmm.
whereas here you have a Carrington with a Zanoni. So
Yeah.
it's a different system if it is.
Yeah.
see, my high school wisely had homeroom in the midday to make sure that you know you were there for the whole morning at least,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
weren't cutting.
Okay, so the twins were just hitting on him, and I'm thinking, what happens if he liked them? Are they both going to date him?
Well, no, he's already. Well, yeah, but he's already got his eye out for little Miss Zanoni. I wouldn't even look.
I wouldn't even look.
Yeah. I like the fact he wants to fit in.
I like the fact
I
that
like his
this high
character.
school
It's
doesn't have
kinda
a
funny.
problem with a 35-year-old girl still going to that school.
I know. Well, much like the tradition of many high school shows and movies, they're a good 10 years older than they really should be.
Yeah.
But, yeah, well, because if it's 2 years later and Frenchie was in high school during Grease, technically you could still be in high school because in our high school you could be 21.
Oh, okay.
You could go to school till you're 21.
Okay, so now what's basically happened here is they've moved from cars to bikes.
Right.
So now they bikers instead of cow peoples.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the
Which
same guy.
is appropriate because the 60s did kind of start moving that direction.
And they seriously had to find another actor that had that kind of pock-faced face.
It's him. It's the same actor. That's
Yeah, it's the same
Dennis
guy.
Stewart.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh my goodness, dude! See a dermatologist.
He may have had chicken pox when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I had chicken pox
He's
as a
sadly,
kid. My face didn't
sadly
look like
no
that.
longer with us, though.
Really?
Yeah, he passed quite a while ago. I think he died of AIDS.
Mm.
Let me see. His name is Dennis Stewart. Yeah, he died in '94. He was young, 46. Yeah, he was diagnosed with HIV in '93. Died from pneumonia as a result of complications from AIDS in '94. Oh wow, he was in Pete's Dragon, the original Pete's Dragon.
Huh.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff. He was in an A-Team episode. I'd be looking too, buddy.
I know, right?
I will say, I don't think it's a coincidence that Michelle Pfeiffer looks very, very, and I'm going to add a third, very much like the girl I had a crush in high school.
Mm.
Exactly. There was this girl that I just liked from afar, and she looked just like that. Well, I mean, the real kind of the young version.
Two pins is a technical strike.
He doesn't like losing. You wish. See, Nagarelli likes Stephanie, but she likes Nagarelli.
Ooh.
Nymphoid mania.
That's one way to bowl.
That's an intro to a song. There you go.
He played Zuko on Broadway.
Did he?
Yeah. Not surprised he got this role.
I mean, he's a good singer too.
Yeah. I don't think Broadway actors get nearly the amount of credit
I have
that
not.
they should.
I have not seen this movie in years. I forgot how much I love this soundtrack. I was on the
I know.
I was on the bowling team in high school, and we used to sing this song at the bowling
Yeah.
alley.
It's a great soundtrack. I mean, it's a lot more pop and goofy, but it's catchier to me.
It's very much a product of the 80s, whereas I really felt the music from the first movie kind of felt period specific. This seems
Right.
very much like an 80s soundtrack.
Yeah, the original Grease was written in '71, I think, is when it debuted on Broadway, and they added a few songs like "Hopelessly Devoted to You," which
Yeah.
it sounded relatively like it fit the era.
Yeah, but it definitely did stand out. I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, so you guys are talking about how much you guys like the music, and I'm like, I'm not impressed.
Well, it's not like it's not so much the craft of it. It's just it's a kitsch factor to me.
Yeah. Okay.
This I will admit when I would go on long drives, I had like my 5 travel albums, and the soundtrack to this was one of them.
Yeah.
Also, the soundtrack to 1776 and the greatest hits of Queen and Bat Out of Hell.
And see, I love the soundtrack for 1776. I used to play
Yeah.
that so much.
And the Clannad's Legend, which is the soundtrack to the Robin of Sherwood series from England. Those were my 5 travel albums.
Yeah, it's like, well, since we watched Anne and the Apocalypse on my channel a couple weeks ago, it's like I've been listening to the soundtrack from that because the songs are really catchy.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked it. Anne of the Apocalypse. That was a good call.
Yeah, it's like it was one of those movies where it's like never heard of it before. Then we watched it, and it's like this is a good movie. We have to show this movie.
Which one? Anne on the Apocalypse?
This has another Star Trek cred in it too. One of the background dancers. Oh, what was
It's
his
funny,
name?
the overhead voice in my ear saying, all the dancers are spinning around like ice skating dancers.
Well,
Because they did. They looked like they were all on ice.
and well, they would have to, because if they were actually standing out on those lanes, those would be waxed lanes, and they'd be sliding like crazy.
Oh yeah, one of the boy greasers
Mm-hmm.
is Tom Villard, who is in Heartbreak Ridge, and I believe he was in an episode of Star Trek Next Gen, which I'm going to double check here. I think he was.
Okay, those balls would be too heavy for them to just be holding
Well,
like that.
they could be 8-pound balls, but
Deep Space Nine. That's what he was in.
more likely they were just prop balls. That
Yeah.
very
Those are
heavy.
prop balls.
Let's bowl some balls. God, I love them old cars.
I do. I really do.
God, they're just nice. Not necessarily if they're pink, but
I was just thinking exactly the same thing.
you can always paint it.
You could always repaint it. That's right.
What's funny is though the pink car looked like it was a flat pink.
It was a flat pink. Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
It's like I've never seen a car with a flat pink color. So that tells me it was a temporary color that they washed off at the end.
Possibly.
You know, like temper paints. Remember those?
I do.
I always had trouble with tempera paint. I always had it too thick. I could never get it thin enough. So
Yeah.
everything I did in art would crack.
So you just put a little bit of water at a time until it gets the right consistency.
Yeah, I know, but I always got it for some reason too thin. I was always afraid of getting it too thin. So
So Nogarelli is macking on the thick girl, and then he tries hitting on
well, they
Stephanie.
were
There's like
they were
seriously?
together. They broke up. He wants to get back together, but she says, "I'll kiss who I want," and boom.
Yeah, later on you find out they're brother and sister. Sorry.
Wrong movie.
Kind of the same context, though.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, Nagarelli and Stephanie were a thing and broke up over the summer. And Paulette likes Nagarelli, so she's trying to get with Nagarelli,
Yeah.
who kind of likes her, but I think it's an ego thing with Stephanie.
Yeah.
His ego has been bruised.
They keep referring to that one girl as the girl with pigtails in the voiceover. She doesn't get a name. It's just girl with pigtails.
It's yeah, they just said her name. Dolores.
Dolores.
Woodchuck. Yeah, Woodchuck. I guess if you listen close, you can just hear that little bit of Bobby Hill.
Yeah.
How old was she when she did this? Let me see. When was she born? Oh my God, she's exactly my age.
Wow.
So she was about 17, 18 making this film. 16. 16. Now I've done the math.
How old is Pigtails Girl supposed to be?
She's probably like a sophomore or freshman or something at this point.
So that makes her about 14, 15-ish.
Yeah, and in real life she's 16 at the time, according to.
She's the closest to
Yeah.
the right age.
Yeah, she's playing approximately what she should.
Whoa.
Tab Hunter.
Yep.
At first I thought that was Anthony Head.
I know, he does kind of look like him, doesn't he?
Oh my God, he does a little bit.
He
It's got
would've
a
been
little more,
perfect for that
the
role.
pink's got a little more shine on it than that.
Yeah.
Than that light.
My name is Stewart. Anthony Stewart Head. No, sorry. Wow. There's no doubt I would fail her class.
Just to take it again.
Oh, I meant involuntarily. I would not be able to pay attention in class. Well, at least not to what she was saying.
Ba-dum-bum.
Like that.
I wasn't even joking. I was quite serious.
We're gonna win the
Ow.
talent show.
Albermans. Beethoven. Now, I was a substitute. I never had this happen to me, but I could see this happening.
Was this the nervous teacher popping pills
Yes.
class?
Yes.
Yeah, he's taken he's taken Mr. Spears' place.
Oh, I love this. Oh.
First of all, it's a cool skill to do that little flip into the
It's
mouth.
not easy. Trust me.
She would make a good principal.
Right?
Just puffing out of his nose.
I love this. Oh, yeah. Now, my understanding is that this song that they do here actually has an extended version that was cut out.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to get those shorts the girls are wearing. You can't find those these days.
Oh, the
It's
sweaters?
Like the perfect cut. No, the shorts.
Oh, the shorts. Oh, yeah.
They're the perfect cut where they're not too short, they're not too long, and they actually fit well. I used to have a pair, and I can't get into them.
Dolores. I like it. I like how he's supposed to be playing the piano, which you can obviously tell he was just
Yeah.
doing the little motions.
And because he's not even doing the motions for any possible song.
Yeah. Shake 'em, girls. You know, because I do remember their sitcom.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I gotta see what the name of it is, but I remember they were really cute.
Double Trouble. I
Double
think.
Trouble. Okay, something. Yeah, it was something like that. It was some play on that.
There were two blondes for Double Trouble, and then there were two black girls for Sister Sister. Both
Yeah.
were shows on twins. Of course, the other one was black girls, not white girls, but yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
Double
Double
Trouble.
Trouble. 84 to 85.
So those were the Double Trouble twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I never would have guessed. So are those?
Yeah, because their hair is
Hairstyle.
totally different. Yeah,
Yeah,
their
it's
hair
like, 'cause
is.
they were blondes in Double.
They weren't
Double
really
Trouble.
blondes. They were like light brunette.
Yeah.
It's
They
like
were
they
cute.
may
I
have
don't know
darkened
why
their
they
hair
didn't do
here, and it might have been lightened in the show.
But like I said, a very talented family. You know, you got Dolores, and you also got Peg Bundy. You know, Katie Seagal, all sisters.
Yeah, they were all trained as singers. Oh my.
She just
Okay.
shines, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I just feel sorry for that one girl that's right behind Michael. She just looks so unfortunate.
Yeah, she does.
Between the weird hat and the glasses and teeth.
That's all intentional. I bet she's the type that if she was dressed differently and had her makeup done differently, she'd be like really smoking hot, but you know.
I love this routine. The whole seasons thing.
She has a box that says tree on it.
Yeah.
Their costume's gonna be better than that for the actual, like.
Oh, it is. Of course, their costumes are like perfect. You know, when they do it.
We're coming up to Cool Rider.
Oh, yes, we are, baby. You know, you got to give the guy credit. He's not shy.
No.
He goes. He's going after what he wants.
I love that cardigan though.
Yeah.
I think you should shut your yap. Now this is key. This establishes that this character isn't a bitch. You know,
Yeah.
It's like she feels bad about turning him down. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, she's still very shallow. Don't get me wrong.
She has a type. Wanted a guy.
I'm telling you, this came off very Rocky Horror to me.
That's all right though. I like Rocky
Yeah,
Horror.
yeah.
But every time I hear this song, like when I was driving, I'm just picturing her.
Yeah, it does have a Rocky Horror vibe to it.
Right? Touch me.
I want to be touched.
I know, right?
That I'll wait forever.
As much as I do like this song, she's so much hotter in Fabulous Baker Boys.
Yeah.
I
Well, see,
mean,
this is
wow.
where she's. Yeah. This is her raw
Yeah.
before she's refined.
Yep.
This
You're
is
right.
well, actually
You're
this
right.
is the Michelle Pfeiffer I prefer though. I like this one. I would pick this one over Catwoman Michelle Pfeiffer or Fabulous Baker Boy Michelle Pfeiffer any day.
Nah. I
Hey,
think
look,
she just gets
Natalie
better as
puts
she gets
out.
older, in my opinion.
Natalie puts out.
I mean, for crying out loud, I saw her in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, she's still gorgeous.
She is.
So is this
Oh,
supposed to be
I
the?
want to be this ladder.
Yeah.
So is this supposed to be the song like in the last movie where shoot, I can't remember her name. The one that thought she was pregnant was singing about "There's more to me" type of song. What they don't see.
Well, it's funny you say that because in a few minutes, when she's clearly by herself singing this very introspective song, I really did get a Betty Rizzo kind of vibe to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rizzo. That was her name.
She is kind of the Rizzo. She is the leader.
Yeah, she is not, analogous to really any of the other characters other than maybe Rizzo.
I love this move too.
Yeah. And then you watch her dancing right here, and I'm like, this had to be the same choreographer from the first movie.
Actually, the director of the film was the choreographer of the first movie.
Oh, okay.
Her first and only directing job.
Gotcha.
So Torrin Clegane said, "I love how Ant-Man and Wasp made her look like her and Michael Douglas looked the way they did in 1989, especially with how craggy Douglas has become over in the years."
Oh, yeah, he has gotten very old.
Hi, Evelyn.
Oh, her on-demand stopped working a few hours ago. Oh, Evelyn, I am so sorry.
Oh, man, that's
If I
killer.
had known, if you had contacted me, I could have gotten you a version.
Yep. He's your hookup.
I could have, done the whole sharing off the OneDrive thing. I'm not able to do that right now, though. By the time I do it, the movie's gonna be over.
That's crummy. That really is.
She said she's been on the phone with ATT's text services and they haven't corrected the problem.
But again, this is why I always say,
Own
physical media.
Yeah,
It's
I have
funny
I have
because-
this. I have this. I have this on DVD. I have the MP. I'm watching the MP4, and I've got it's on. I got a copy on my OneDrive, and I got a copy on a flash drive.
Yep. And then that's just the thing. Some of the stuff I have on DVD, I still download just for convenience sake.
Yeah,
And that's why I sometimes end up with.
that's what I do. Because I could watch it if like stuff is down.
Mm-hmm.
I can always go to my. I keep a stash on my computer, like a
Yeah.
greatest hits kind of thing. I love this bunker.
Yeah. Well, and this was again, they were trying to establish the whole,
The Red
era,
Menace.
right?
Yeah.
So the idea that a lot of people were getting.
Well, it also lets you know that Michael's not the goody-goody guy you think he is because
No.
he's selling term papers.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he's
making a great.
He's got to get a cycle. That's what he sees.
He's got to get a cycle, and obviously he knows his stuff. He's good at what he does.
William the Conqueror. I could have written one of those.
That's how I felt last night when I stopped working at 9:45 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm usually off at 4 p.m.
I love
So-
this exchange.
Ew.
Doink doink. The one thing I do
Nice
like about
penmanship.
I like that he's not shy. He's not the shy guy like Sandy was.
No, yeah.
Uh oh, here we go. I like how they zoom in on him, like it's so menacing.
Yeah. That kid, I swear he looks like oh shoot, what's the actor's name who played Jimmy Olsen in The Adventures of Superman? Back in the George Reeves days.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about, but Can't think of his name.
Evelyn said she gave you a thumbs up anyway. Thank you so much, Evelyn.
Thank you, Evelyn. I'm
Really
so
sorry. And I know you've seen this movie before.
Yeah. Evelyn, if you ever, I mean, I'm not going to say this for everybody.
Yeah,
But,
Evelyn's special.
yeah, you know, for a warrior such as her, who has survived many an encounter with the Federation, I am sure, deserves respect. I'm assuming. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I am her chief security officer, so.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Well, there you go. I wonder if you could get away with showing this in a biology class.
I just know that what the teachers got away with showing us in my high school, when I went to high school, you could not get away with these days.
Yeah. Some debauchery. I love whoever wrote this.
Yeah.
It's just such a fun song.
It's lusty dust.
Page 5. Yeah, he's the one that says page 5. It's up front in the glasses. He's the one that was from Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh, he's the one that goes, "Hey, Gunny, my gun's jammed."
Yeah, exactly. That guy's in Midnight Madness. I remember him.
We really need to do a rewatch of that one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the T-Bird in the red plaid shirt looks like he's 40.
Yeah. He's the one that I said he played Lieutenant Castillo in Star Trek. Oh
Let's see.
my!
How old was he when he did this? Darn close.
Yeah.
He was 27.
Oh, push him off the desk. Please push him off the desk.
I just noticed that the girl in the glasses was staring right into his crotch.
Not that there was much to look at.
I do like the way they play off of each other. You know, the playing the reverse roles.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen the girl with the long braid pigtails somewhere and something else before. She looks really familiar.
Oh, the little nerdy girl?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's this? Mental
Mentalstration.
I just love the looks these two give each other. Too bad they did not get along when they were filming.
Yeah.
Really?
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Well, you hear about that all the time. What looks really great on film, and then it's like, oh yeah, this actor and actress hated each other during filming.
Yeah. Basically what I hear, he was really kind of into himself.
That look on her face. Ah! Where does the pollen go?
What's interesting is I had sex education in second grade, but they only showed the female bits. They never once discussed the male bits.
So the guys got to learn all about how females work, but we never learned how males worked.
I love that.
What did she say? I didn't hear.
I missed my last 2 periods. That's okay. You can make them up later.
After school.
After school. And as soon as she walks away, she gets that look on her face like, oh,
Yeah,
that's not what she
realizes.
meant.
That was Janet Jones. When she married to Wayne Gretzky.
Oh.
The journey begins. I tell you, it would be if I knew what I was doing, that would be a fun place to
Right?
cobble together something. That's kind of neat. For X amount of money, you can, mix, match, and work on it, and get yourself a finished cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Just like a blacksmith, you take like a blacksmith course, you can come out with like a finished knife or something,
Good night, Evelyn. Have a great evening.
Good night. Wish you could be watching along with us as he becomes the cool woo writer.
I do like them showing him practicing.
Yeah.
It's not like he just automatically knows.
Yeah, because
Right,
trying to
he
ride a motorcycle
learns.
is not easy. Troy and I both took motorcycle classes. He picked it up really fast. I was struggling with it because it kept stalling out on me.
Yeah, but see, it makes sense. Like he practices and he learns it before he makes his entrance.
Yep.
I'm trying to ride the motorbike.
Supposed to. There was supposed to be another. There was supposed to be more
Mm-hmm.
to her helping him become the cool writer guy, but it didn't make the film.
If nothing else, she had to be involved in the, dressing and the hair and the,
Yeah.
whole look thing. Oh my God.
Are you going the ahaha for the singing or her?
No, I said, oh my God, from the outfits they're wearing. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, that's just unfortunate.
I'm gonna save these till later. I'm gonna just get some pretzels. I had a little bag of Cheez-Its, but I feel like pretzels instead. Mr. Sandman.
And they're wearing white socks.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sandman, have you seen some of the Netflix trailers today?
Not at all, no.
Yeah, they released a trailer for Sandman, Stranger Things, Season 4, Cobra Kai. And the Cowboy Bebop, the opening credit thing, which is modeled off of the anime.
Yeah.
These are my boys. I like that she likes them. She has a fondness for them. Paschetti. Did you ever call it Paschetti?
Never. Never. My mother would have slapped me upside the head if I ever did.
Now, I will say, when I was a kid, my grandmother used to make a. She used to use like a meat sauce and like a macaroni noodle,
Mm-hmm.
and we called it macasketty when we were
Okay.
kids.
I can see that.
Macasketty.
A year through.
We'll get unworst. It's like everybody made it.
Eddie Deason just got arrested in Maryland
Really?
for causing a fight at a restaurant or something, or causing a disturbance. I don't know the full story, but
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was funny it was here in Maryland. What's the Roy Orbisons?
Yeah, it's not like you can buy singing voices.
Now he's ready to roll. Getting ready to roll anyway.
He's holding that spray paint too close.
I like that little car that was behind the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I love anything that ends with Arama, which is why I named my channel Review Arama on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm going to eventually change into a Big Al Presents page, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I like Big Al Review-O-Rama.
Huh?
I like Review-O-Rama.
I do too, but I'm going to make it a catch-all place because I'm going to start posting like the rewatches and anything I do on there.
I used to have a comb that opened like a switchblade.
I did too.
Mm-hmm.
I had one, and I thought I was so cool.
Yeah, but what you didn't realize was that they'd been around for years, and
Yep.
for years people would slide the little plastic teeth out and slide razor blades in.
I don't know if they're legal in Maryland, like a true switchblade or a butterfly knife. I don't know if they're legal or not. I like a butterfly knife, the little.
I think the whole
with it.
idea of making any kind of knife illegal is completely ridiculous. Like I can cut you so much deeper and harder with a switchblade than I can with a butcher knife.
Yeah. I was like, I can do a lot of damage with a pencil.
Exactly.
Is eat his dust. Like most of them have like the big heavy bikes. He's got like a light
Yep.
bike, which makes him faster and more maneuverable.
Well, that's just it. He's got a racing bike. They got cross-country bikes.
Yep. Well, they're like more street bikes.
Yeah. Oof. Now this is like when I first saw this, I kind of got like a Superman Clark Kent thing going on here.
Yep, exactly. I was just thinking about that too.
Oh, and he's singing, so of course there's no accent. Australia.
And you know there's a ramp behind that car for that's most likely to go up on top of it.
It's possible to do without one, but not that smoothly.
Yeah. He'd have to jerk up the front
Yep.
and the back too.
Well, and the back would hit the bumper, and that's when you get a big bump.
Yeah. Well, I like the Superman Clark Kent reference.
Yeah.
That's very apt.
Well, because I remember having the same kind of attitude against Stephanie as I did with Lois. It's like, oh, because he's got, all the
Goggles.
coolness and all the stuff going on, you're all for it. But the really good guy that isn't, as cool as you think, is the one that you're not paying attention to.
But she admits later that she does actually like Michael.
Yeah. Well, it does require some maturing. And I think there's a lot of women out there, and probably some men too, that are so focused on looks and, so many superficial things and just don't pay enough attention to. What was it I heard the other day? If you're looking for if you're looking for a boyfriend, look on whatever dating app. If you're looking for a husband, check the friend zone.
Yeah.
I told you that
Yeah.
5 days ago.
Melissa likes both the Grease movies because there's no wokeness. Yeah, you're right. It's just a simple film. I like this scene.
Oh, I love those old Zippos.
My icon, my avatar.
Yeah.
But it's a good disguise. Plus, he uses a neutral accent. He
Yep.
does not. He makes a conscious effort to speak
Yep.
with an American accent.
Yeah, not all foreigners can do an American accent well. Like
True.
David Tennant does a horrible American accent.
Okay, that clearly
was a ramp.
Yeah. There's no way to do it without one. That's just ridiculous.
I like that red shirt she's wearing too.
Oh, I was
You
looking
do
at
feel you feel bad for Nagarelli there.
well,
I don't.
not really, because you don't know
little
what
bit.
he did over the summer that pissed her off.
Yeah, but I mean, the look there, you kind of see him. It's almost like his moment of realization.
Yeah. And that's another thing, that ridiculous chemistry setup there. I've never seen a high school that had a setup like that.
Nah,
Yeah.
just for looks, with all the little colored
Yeah.
liquids in them. The metric system poster.
Yeah. Yeah, that never really did catch on.
No. Which is sad because I cannot understand when I look at something from another country. I'm like, I don't know how many grams are in a what, and how many liters or kiloliters or anything like that.
Yeah,
I know it's like
instead of the
approximately
system.
2.5 is a good kind of like 2.5 centimeters is approximately an inch kind of thing. Ish.
Uh,
I just know the kilometer is 6/10 of a mile.
Yeah. Actually, it was what was cut was there's a scene where she gets knocked in the face by a locker door.
oh.
Oh, that just sounds painful.
You know, look at Sid Caesar's body. He's pretty ripped
Oh
for.
yeah,
You
he
know,
is.
he looks in shape. I love a civil defense helmet. We used to use
Yeah.
those to make medieval kettle helms.
Oh sure.
Because all you have to do is add like a, a a band around, and then like one band down the middle or and the side. You really
Yeah.
only need the middle. You know, get all the paint off, and boom, you have yourself a 14th century helmet.
Nice.
In fact, that's what inspired the helmets, like the World War I helmets, were developed based on those old style helms. Kettle
Makes
helm is the
sense.
wrong one. I can't remember the right name right now. That would be a good makeout spot. I've always saw it Fallout. I sometimes I'll look up Fallout shelters just to
Yeah.
see what's out there. Some of those things are darn cool.
I know, right?
It's like I would like to have a little plot of land just to put it under, and like live underground and just be
Right.
happy. Give me Wi-Fi and have delivery. You know, have groceries delivered. That'd be good. Have a little stock. Have a little stockpile of non-perishable food. Nucleoid war.
So it's like, dude.
I love that. It's a big one, big elaborate plan to get in her pants.
Right. And his buddies are helping him.
Yeah. Hey, you know, if your friends don't help you do that, then you know they're not friends.
But I get a kick out of that. She's like, do it. I'm not doing it with you. And he made some reference about wanting to do it before he dies or something. It's like, what, you're a virgin?
Our country wants us to.
Yeah.
I love that. I just love it. Just like the reproduction song, just some great innuendo.
Right.
She makes a cute little nurse. I will say
Doesn't
that.
she?
That little nurse hat cap.
She's bandaging him. He's not even injured.
That's part of the song.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it for Disneyland.
Mickey Mouse wants us to do it.
How is him screwing the girl making him a mighty soldier?
Well, it's
'Cause he
the
could
whole
go to
concept of like I'm getting ready to go to war. let's do it kind of concept. That's what
Exactly.
he's doing. You know.
And maybe I leave you with a baby to carry on.
Just like how they bust out laughing.
I know.
God. Probably got to fill up for $1.60. Good Lord.
Well, you remember those oil cans where you had to put the spout into it?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Like a big old Capri Sun?
And green stamps.
Oh, yeah.
And your cash thing is not even locked.
Street maps. I like it. No shirt underneath.
With no shirt under his leather jacket.
Right.
Yep.
$0.50. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And I read the stunt man that did the writing.
Uh-huh.
She did everything on this motorcycle. She did all her own stunts. She wrote it, and the thing she's about to do was all her.
In fairness, it is a little bit harder for the rider than it is for someone to climb around on him.
Yeah, but imagine. I mean, he did the wheelie and everything. She
Yep.
was on there.
Yep.
That takes guts.
Yes, it does.
And I would love to be that rider too. Through that little straddling.
Right.
Well, does that mean she just lost her job because she ran out on it?
She quit, yeah.
Well, they're closed, so it has to be after 9 p.m.
I'm like watching it, going, God, I wish I was that guy. Gah!
Wow.
I wonder if that was actually him doing that, or if it was dubbed.
Who knows?
Because it's actually, yeah, you can tell it's.
I'm Superman.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really Clark Kent.
That's where he gives it a little bit away, but she never puts it together.
Yeah. But it's definitely the whole Lois Lane thing. She
Yeah,
just can't
yeah.
reconcile those two being the same guy,
Well,
even though all the clues are there.
I always liked in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman,
Uh-huh.
when H.G. Wells And she's like, I must be the stupidest, known as like
Oh, yeah.
really stupid. He's like, nope, you were just blinded by love.
Yeah.
You know, that was it.
Yeah, it's like she's not his chick, so
Yeah.
fuck off.
DED.
I like how Lucy here, whatever her name is, she's got this whole beatnik thing going on.
Yeah. The girl that was last in, the one with the nose,
Uh-huh.
I think she's the director's daughter.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Let's just say her job must have sucked. Well, I don't know. When you're that age, a job's a job. It's money. I actually had a dream last night that I was working in the old little country store I used to work at.
Oh, nice.
I love that. I felt it was such a nice little nostalgia dream.
I dig it.
The poor Davy doesn't have his own cycle. He's trapped in a sidecar.
Yeah.
And at the grocery store. I like how they segue at the end that they're practicing their routine.
Yeah.
Like it's Victoria Glade. Well, Lewis, truth is, I'm actually Superman in disguise, and I only pretend to be a journalist in order to hear about disasters as they happen, and then squeeze you out of the bottle.
I do like the way that in the Byrne era, when he comes clean, Lois is kind of pissed about that. She's like, "Oh, so you're telling me every time I got a Superman story, you were just throwing me a bone?" Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, I just switched to perfect movie candy. I have good and plenty.
Ooh. You know what my go-to movie candy was? Jordan almonds.
Oh, yeah.
See, when I think Jordan almonds, I think weddings because they used to make those
yeah.
little
Yeah, that
satchels
too.
with the almonds in there, and they were
That,
always stale.
Wedding showers and baby showers too used to
Yeah.
have them.
But they were always stale, so I hated them.
No, I like Jordan almonds. I used to get those and the little sour peach gummies, and with the popcorn. I'd eat the candy first, then I'd finish it up. Then I'd try to keep my popcorn later, but just like a few pieces just to kind of enjoy.
Albums?
Albums.
Albums.
I like how she just wrote a bunch of the titles on the board.
Yeah.
King Lear. King Lear is pretty heavy for a high school.
Yes, it is. But I would question how thoroughly they're really teaching it.
Yeah.
I
On
like
our
how
school,
I like
That's
how
it.
Michael's now rolled up the bottom of his jeans to look like the other guys and his
Oh, yeah.
sleeves.
at my school it was Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, and what was the other one? Julius Caesar. Macbeth was seniors, Julius Caesar was sophomore, and freshman was Romeo and Juliet, and um, the third year was an American Lit. So we usually did the Menagerie or the Crucible.
Sir Torrin Cooking said the pinks are goods, the whites are plenties, and there's another pile for irregulars.
Is Maxwell Caulfield isn't Australian, is he? That's not
No,
an Australian accent he speaks.
he's in it. He's English. He's British. Now, good and plenty. That's licorice, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I love licorice. A lot of people think licorice is an acquired taste, but I like licorice.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't like black licorice, but I've always liked it.
Yeah, I do. I do too.
Try to steal some from me. And usually he doesn't like them.
I'm gonna have to get some. I haven't had any in a long time.
You do
I've been
realize
on
that
I've been on a Hershey's dark chocolate kiss thing
Oh,
the
yeah.
last few weeks. Oh, I like dark chocolate.
you do realize, honey, that the white ones and the pink ones taste identical.
I know.
He just separated out a couple of whites from the pinks because he only wanted the white ones.
He wants the white ones and doesn't want the pink ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a man thing.
It's a man thing, yeah.
Yep. I like she was going to share her sandwich,
Yeah.
her burger. That's such a cool thing.
Well, it's true. Well,
He knows deep junk. Wow.
that's a good point.
Yep. And I always tried not in those terms, but that's what I always tried to get when I was working with some of my kids with English. It's like knowing the right word
Yeah.
is good, because we actually had a teacher give our kids a list of quote unquote weak words,
Yeah.
like put, get, you know. So I had kids like, what? It's like you put it on the table. What can I say? It's like you placed it on the table.
Yeah.
It's like use the word placed.
Deposited.
Deposit. Well, I didn't try to overload. You know, I tried to get good, strong words to replace every one of them.
Yeah.
He tossed the thing on the table.
I still remember when they were supposed to write like a paragraph or 2 paragraphs or something. They just couldn't do it. I was like, your whole summer you can't think of like 10 sentences to write.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could write. And I told them I could write 2 paragraphs on my shoes. And they're like, yeah, right. I proceeded to do so, and
Yep.
I wrote a 2 paragraph essay about my shoes, about how I was anticipating them, how I needed new shoes, and how what this brand was, and I had to wait for them, and then when I finally got, I was like, you've got to expand your mind.
Yep. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
You just
We
caught
were
up
a
with
long
me.
time ago.
Months and months later, but he finally got around to like declaring it.
Yeah, just
Well,
like
no,
Frank
it's been
Sinatra.
months.
Willis Harris says everybody's dumb as the Daily Planet. They can't figure him out.
And don't call me sugar.
It's like, dude, you have nothing to do with the pink lady, so don't tell me to leave my jacket.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a Pink Lady code that they are T-Bird chicks.
Yeah.
So she's not a T-Bird chick.
Yeah.
She
Then she's
can't
not
be,
a
she
pink
can't
lady
be a Pink
anymore.
Lady. Hurt his hand.
I'm a zit. Get it?
I was thinking the same thing. See, she's coming around.
No such thing as a Hollywood ending.
No such thing, no such thing, no such thing as a Hollywood ending. You are
Eat right, feel right, be bright.
I love those kind of motivation posters all over the place.
Well, there used to be this idea that public school was to make you a better citizen, a better person,
Yeah.
you know, a better American. Now it's, well, let's not get into that. And this is the Alone at the Drive-In song.
Yeah, pretty much. Good. Yeah, good call there.
Is that a stuffed pepper he was eating?
That's what I was going to see. That or like a meatloaf.
Could have been.
It's tall, whatever it is.
I don't know. I think she looks better in the black jacket.
especially with the purple.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's a
Now
cool
she's
look.
a purple lady.
But I do like the songs. Like, can she see the real me
Yeah.
behind my charade?
Well, and I would still insist that if she can't, she's not mature enough for you.
But I like the fact, like, they do have that few things that you can tell she likes it.
Yeah.
She even admits it at the end that, she got two. There's a line at the end where she goes, "I got two for the price of one." And I like, if you look close, you notice on that paper he's writing, there was an indent of a
I
heart.
did
already.
see it, yes.
Yeah, and it's a cool thing when you like catch little things like that.
So on the one hand, you could see it as a remnant from a previous take. On the other hand, he's been pining her for a while, so
Right.
he's doing this on multiple pages.
Okay, why were they just mobbing him?
Music for the talent show stuff. Well, they're like the spirit squad, so they're
Yeah.
the ones that pass out everything. And I always like that song because I identified with it a little bit. I was like, I wish that some of these girls that I like see the real me instead of, the big, the big guy. It's like, I have a heart, damn it. If you prick me, do I not bleed? I think they are dressed up for a high school event.
Yeah, but if you go after them, then you won't be in the talent show, so you can't win those albums.
Yep.
I like that little thing you just typed there, Troy.
I'm actually planning on doing a video one of these days because I'm really getting tired of people that don't understand that in a world where we have Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman, playing lookalikes of each other in a movie, nobody thinks they're the same person. You could absolutely have a world where people see Clark Kent on the evening news reporting on Superman and say, hey, they look alike.
Yeah.
But not believe that they're the same guy.
Evil Knievel, buddy.
Yeah, I saw Evil Knievel when I was a kid, like jumping over, was it the Grand Canyon or where it was?
Oh yeah, the rocket cycle.
Yep. I had a lot of those toys.
Oh, I did too.
The thing that disappointed me is Evil Knievel was going to jump over the Grand Canyon. So I expected him to actually jump over the Grand Canyon. Instead, it was this little corner.
Well,
and it's like,
yeah.
Really? That's it?
It's more about spectacle than anything else.
Yeah, but it was really disappointing.
Well, it wasn't the Grand. It was Snake River Canyon.
Yeah, Snake River Canyon.
It's still disappointing. And
Well, you know how that came. You know how that came about. He was drunk and he kept looking at it and going, "I could jump that." And
It makes sense.
And he kind of put his foot in his mouth, so he kind of had to. He wrote the check, so he had to cash it.
That's true, Sir Torrin. Bruce Wayne stood in for Clark and vice versa a number of times.
Oh, so supposedly he just like.
She thinks he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
where'd he go? Biker heaven?
Well, it's true. Well, he was on a light bike. He had a better chance of making it than any of them would have. But she's right. The one who said there's nothing even down there. She makes an excellent point. Obviously, he made it. He's not there dead.
But there's also that possibility that he got chased off. But of course, for the story, she has to think he's dead.
True.
Yeah, but who's playing the music if he's not there playing the piano?
Well, now Michael was only asked to play for the rehearsals.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, well, they never. I've always thought that too, and I was like, well, he was asked to do the rehearsal. Nothing says that he's actually supposed to be playing the thing. Though there is a scene that was cut. I don't know if it was written I don't know if it was filmed and cut or if it was in the story. That after their routine, that Michael comforts her over the loss of Cool Rider, so the audience will know he's fine.
Yeah.
Here she goes. That's right.
You tell him.
Look at me. also found that
Ah!
I also heard they did there's an Indian version of this movie, kind of Bollywood style.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's actually like the translation something like Cool Rider or something like that.
I love Sir Torin. That's how most insane stunts always begin. Usually
Yeah.
with someone getting drunk.
Yep.
Oh yeah, tell him about your uncle.
Oh, I'll tell that story after the movie, if anyone's still interested. Oh my god.
This is what you happen when you don't have enough decks, so you got to fill time.
I guess. Yay.
Look at that big puffy thing on her shoulder there.
I know.
The T-bones.
Yeah, she always messes up their names. And I like they're wearing those guys' jackets. Welcome back, Evelyn. Birds, Team Birds.
Actually, I kind of think T-Bones is a pretty good name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like steak.
This is a
Well, I
cool
thought it was-
little
Yeah.
act.
Yeah, what I thought was funny is the box that Eugene's holding is actually labeled in 3 sections. Like he can actually read the front of the box.
Right.
I mean, he's looking into it, so he knows what it is. But it's kind of like, really?
Yeah, this is another one of the songs that I remember very vividly.
Yeah. I do like her little three leaf clover outfit.
Yeah.
And they got the 3 girls who could do the toe thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, ballet slippers.
Wow.
I love how they got the T-birds to
Yeah.
be the helpers.
Quick change. Oh my god.
She got rid of the box.
True. It is better. It's clearly a tree now.
I like the Halloween one. That's
I
pretty-
do too. That
That's,
one's pretty
that's
cool.
a pretty cool outfit.
Yeah, I'd like to see her doing a solo routine. This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Well, isn't Eugene supposed to be dropping stuff down? Like
He
leaves
is.
and
That's
crap?
snowing.
Well,
Oh,
you see
okay.
snow. You see snow, yeah.
I see the snow now, but before I didn't see leaves or anything.
She's having a little bit of PTSD going on here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's what it's like. Very. I guess this you could almost compare to this one to the beauty school dropout one. We get like the weird dream sequence.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll never forget him,
Yeah.
the leader of the pack.
Oh, yeah, there's that too, yeah. There you go. He's
Yep.
dead.
He's dead. He's in heaven. He's a ghost.
Yeah, he's
Oh God. Now see, this is goddess. I'm sorry. She's a goddess.
right. Oh yeah, absolutely. She's got that whole Aphrodite thing going on.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, I don't know, Ghost Rider.
Shiny Ghost Rider.
Right?
They built that little thing. It's like a bunch of the junk motorcycles all painted white
Sure.
to make the big old hill. How tiny is that guy's waist?
I
Look at that.
know.
It's like he turns aside, he almost disappears.
Right?
Yeah, he's got like a 32-inch waist.
My thigh is bigger than that.
I know.
Oh, brother.
Oh, Sandy, baby. Oh my gosh, this is pretty bad dialogue.
I just love the emotional attachment of after one day's ride.
Right, exactly. And she doesn't even know what the heck he looks like.
Yeah, doesn't know his name, doesn't know what he looks like. But you know what? In a day, you can fall in love with someone in a day, I think. Or at least get to the point where you're like really attracted.
If you
really
recall,
attached.
when I met you, I already determined I was going to marry you.
At
We were
least,
engaged less than a month later and married, what was it, 8 months later.
at least you knew my name the first day.
And now we've been married 29 years.
Well, she knows his name. Cool. Ryder.
Yeah, right. I think they had a son named Kyle.
Kyle Ryder.
Yeah. Another DC Comics joke.
What was the character's name in Tangled? It really was Eugene.
It was
but
something Ryder.
Yeah, it was something Ryder. I can't remember what the full. What is like Flynn Ryder or Flint Ryder?
Flynn Rider, I think, yeah. Yeah, Flynn Rider.
She got half the albums.
Yeah.
You got to talk to Stephanie. She probably got the good stuff.
Rock-a-hula, rock-a-hula.
Now the thing is, they almost make it sound like it's like near the end of the year, but it's still 1961.
Right.
So, body no. Ooh, it's luau. And you know, the whole Hawaiian thing was big back then.
Sure it was, yeah.
The whole 50, 49. Hawaii was 49, right? Alaska 50, or was it the other way around?
I
Hawaii's 50.
don't remember, but what year did Blue Hawaii come out?
I don't know.
1961, Blue Hawaii.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, Hawaii was big. I do like a Hawaiian shirt.
That's a cool pedicab.
Right?
I think this is really the first. No, it's not the first time. But he's only been in this a couple
Only a
of
couple
times.
times, yeah.
Looks like a pagan ritual of sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'd rather get thrown into the swimming pool than into
Lava.
lava. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
ever see? Did you ever see House Bunny?
Yes, yes.
You know, so you know what I'm talking about.
I thought that was a really sweet movie.
It
Yeah.
looks cute.
Man, those red spandex pants.
Yep.
The pool of enchantment.
I guess.
I bet that was cold getting in that water.
Yeah, I don't know though. It was
I
in
love-
California, so.
I love that miserable look on her face, though.
Nothing's gonna make you cool, dude.
Whoop. I like his pants are like two different colors each leg.
Yeah.
Age Boomer. Did I miss the movie? Almost, yeah. Just got about 12 minutes left.
Yeah.
That's
The
with
bikers are
credits.
tearing up the luau.
Yep.
Rock a hula luau.
Uh-huh. I like that they're throwing pies.
Yeah.
You can grab almost anything, but you're picking up the pies to fire them.
Oh, hi, Agent Boomer.
Yep, Booba in the house. To his
Boomer,
house.
we're, I'm guessing near the end, they're having a luau scene, and of course, there's the fight scenes.
He's back. He's alive.
Yep. That's also a very Superman kind of thing to do. Lead the bad guys out away from the
The innocents.
civilians. Yeah, exactly. Although then he comes back to do the jump. Because, you know, they had to.
Oh, you see the string that flipped the bike, too.
Yeah. In you go.
Down he goes.
Right?
I like her dress.
Oh yeah. I can admit I like the short the vest that he's wearing like that.
Yeah. Nothing.
It's like, what's his beef with him? He took his girl away. That's it.
Yeah.
But he didn't take his girl away. They broke up.
I know they
Yeah.
already broke up. In his mind, he took his girl.
We were on a break.
Oh, so nice and tender.
Right.
Ah, the field.
That is pretty damn cool, though. You know.
Yeah.
Considering that Michael is bigger than Adrian Zemed,
Yeah.
it's like I'm surprised it actually fits him.
Right.
This is cute. I always wonder what he whispered to her. They did a novelization of this. I need this novelization.
I'm telling you, they did novelizations for like all the movies
Yeah,
back then,
everything.
and it was totally worth it. I was telling you 2 weeks ago about the novelization for the original Grease.
Yeah. Well, I would love to have the novelization for this, just for the kitsch factor of it.
Right?
That is a nice kiss.
Yep.
And I love this. He corrects her. That was one take. It must be odd to be an actor and have to kiss someone that you've kind of been butting heads with.
I mean, I guess if you're a method actor, that makes it tough. But
Yeah, I
if,
mean,
if
yeah.
you're a good actor, it's just acting.
Now, I'm not saying it would be hard for him.
Yeah.
I mean, please, you're kissing Michelle Pfeiffer. But then again, if you do have someone butt heads, they don't look as good as they really do. If being mean can make someone very ugly. Aw,
Right.
little kissy finger. Lorna Luft does not get the credit she deserves for being an entertainer.
Agreed.
She's good genes, but she does all kinds of stuff, but she's never been the big star. Always. It's a nice little like high school song for remembering your friends.
Oh yeah.
I don't have it. I don't. I'm trying to think of. I got a few people I like on Facebook, but like that inner circle type of friendship, that's all done digitally now.
True.
So apparently they've graduated.
Yep.
Does Eugene get to graduate? Is he in that crowd?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have the feeling that there's the swath of time you missed during the school year where they're together, because at the end they show the yearbook and there's like lots of couple pictures.
Yeah, there's a lot of history that we didn't see, that they kind of jumped over at the end.
I like how they did that. And
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
back to school again, Louis St. Louis, or is it Louis St. Louis?
Depends on whether you're from there or not.
Yeah. Okay, she took away my parole. I think a lot of the writing here was done by like people behind the scenes and stuff like that. But if I remember correctly. Well, that is Grease 2. Is it as good as you remember it? Better?
Um,
I actually didn't remember it, and it's like kind of hokey.
It is hokey. What's a
Yeah.
fun hokey?
it was. I'll tell you, you have a way of associating memories with music. The
Yeah.
music is what really brought it back for me.
Well, like I said, I remember seeing the movie and really liking it. Of course, just being absolutely in love with Michelle Pfeiffer. But for me, the music, like I said, it was one of my travel musics.
Yeah.
It was one of my top 5 that I would drive when I would go to like sci-fi cons or Renaissance Fair or
Sure.
visiting friends or something. And so I heard this music a ton. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I had a lot of fun with this one. I've been wanting to do this movie for a while. I love this movie a whole bunch. It's it gets a lot. Like I said, it gets a lot of guff. But it's got a great cult following.
Yeah.
They've had Grease 2 conventions.
Have they?
People love this movie. There's this section of the population that just adore this film, and I'm one of them. I love this film.
Apparently, Dick Van Patten was in here briefly as a cameo for something. It's like, I don't remember seeing him.
Are you sorry? You talking about Dick Patterson?
Oh, maybe I thought I said Dick Van Patten, but I may have misread
Yeah.
it by kind of fast.
Dick Patterson was Mr. Spears.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It does. If you look at it real quick, it does look like Dick Van Patten.
Well, and some of this goes by pretty quick.
The Cycle Lords.
Maybe I'm just a little disappointed they didn't race for pinks.
No, the main thing in this one was the talent show. That was kind of the nexus of the hurricane, as it was.
Mm-hmm.
Agent Boomer's asking, was there a Grease 3? No, they were planning to do a Grease 3. There was talk about doing a I think even as like 2003 they were talking about doing like a 20-year jump, like catching up with the original crew 20 years later, which I think could have been really cool.
There is, if you go
But
out,
it never came to fruition.
if you look online for the collective DVD, you'll get Grease, Grease 2, and the live version of
The
Grease.
Grease Live, yeah,
Yeah.
that they did. I've not seen Grease Live, but I might have
I
to check
haven't
it out
either.
one
Not
day.
particularly interested.
Yeah, it's not big on my list. Maybe like one day if I'm really like the stars align and a butterfly beats its wing in Mongolia just the right way, I'll watch it. And sometimes that happens. Like sometimes I'll finally get around to watching something. Casablanca was like that.
Hmm.
For years, I had never seen Casablanca. I was like, I need to watch Casablanca, but it had to be the right time. And like one day, everything aligned, and I was like, okay, it's here.
Hmm.
I'm in control, and there's nothing on for 2 hours. Click, and I watched it. So I might watch it one day to just check it out and see what it's like. But that was Grease 2. I love it. It was made into a stage play called Cool. I think they called it Cool Rider. There's a Bollywood like thing about it. I heard. So it lives. It is definitely a well loved film. It bombed in the box office, but it has reached even the greater heights of love in the fandom. But that is that one. And next week we are going real classic. Next week, aren't we? Unless you changed your
And
mind.
Old Lace.
Arsenic
Yep.
and Old Lace, a movie. I am so looking forward to this. I was in this play in high school. I was Teddy Brewster. So I was the crazy guy who thought he was Teddy Roosevelt. And I had a ball playing. It was was it our senior class play? Yes, it was our senior class play. And I had a ton of fun playing Teddy Brewster, and I really just love that character. And it's a great movie. It's got a lot of I can bring up the Universal monster aspect to it too, because Boris Karloff actually was in it on Broadway. I think he originated. Um, ah, what's his name? Not Mortimer. There's Mortimer, Teddy, and then there's Jonathan Brewster. Jonathan Brewster, the evil brother. But yeah, looking forward to that. And so that's going to be next week. The week following that, we are starting my Halloween hijinks. Got two bizarre films to watch for Halloween
Mhm.
season. We are first watching Troll from, I forget what year. It's the 80s version with Harry Potter and little kid Harry Potter played by Noah Hathaway from Neverending Story. He's in it. So we're going to watch Troll, and then 2 weeks after that, The Phantom of the Paradise by Brian De Palma. Brian De Palma's first movie, and it is strange, but it is just so cool. And I do know Boomer's going to be joining us for Phantom of the Paradise, so looking forward to that. So Boomer's going to be with that one. I don't know if I'm going to have a guest for Troll yet. I might, yeah, I'll try and see if I can get somebody. Maybe ask the Birdman. We'll see how that floats. But that's what's ahead for me. Don't know about Christmas yet. I do know we'll be doing Love Actually. I just don't know when. I don't even know if it's going to be on a Saturday, because I want to do it with a special guest from the old Iconicast days. Sierra got a link up, and that's another stars have to align kind of thing to get it on
Well,
there.
for me,
But
the Arsenic and Old Lace is the last of my A's, and then we're going to go into B's, and I think I saw that my first title would be Baby Boom, or Baby Boomer, or something like that. So,
is that
I have to
Diane
double-check.
Diane
Diane
Keaton?
Keaton, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
I
think,
think
it's
that's the
Baby Boom.
first of my B's. I have to double check, but I think that's the first B that I saw. But yeah, we're finally ending my A's.
Yeah.
That shows you how many movies we got.
Yeah.
We do have over
Getting
1,000.
into the B, getting into the B movies, as it were.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, I like the way you do it. And like I said, I'm just picking films. I'm trying, I'm taking the months and kind of getting two films that are kind of similar, or three depending on the month, and
Well, for me, I was starting
it's
to get
seasonal, being
confused.
seasonal.
Yeah, I was starting to get confused. Like, did we see this one already? Did we not do this one? I was like, why don't
Yeah.
I just go alphabetical, and then this way I know whether or not I've seen one or played one with everyone, because I'm not going to go backwards in the alphabet.
Oh,
So-
but by the way, for November, I do have it's films I'm thankful for. It's films that I saw as a youth that formed my cinematic preferences. Right now, it's subject to change, but right now I'm kind of thinking of The Seven Faces of Dr. Lowe and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which we have not
Interesting.
done. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do those. Some good classic 60s and early 70s style. I mean, Gene Wilder is fantastic. And with Tony Randall, we could also talk about how they would never be able to film that today as they did it then because, oh, you can't have a Caucasian playing an Asian. Ooh. But Tony Randall's fantastic. But that is subject to change. Who knows? I mean, I might have something else I want to do.
Well, I might stream from my alphabet because if I counted properly, my Saturday is the day before Halloween. So I'll have Troy help me pick out a nice, appropriate movie for the day. So that'll straight from our alphabet because I don't think we have anything in the B's that's Halloweeny type. So it could be horror, it could be anything. You give it a think, honey.
I'll give it a think. Sure.
Yeah,
Something mild, right?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
You know what's funny is Arsenic and Old Lace is a good Halloween style film too.
True.
Because we actually when we did that in high school, that's when we did it. Was like the week before Halloween, and we actually were tempted to go out in costume to a Halloween party, but we didn't. But it would have been fun because I had the full like khaki outfit with the pith helmet
Yeah.
that he wear. I remember having that outfit. Unfortunately I had a mustache that I glued on one performance, but it got knocked off by the trumpet when Mortimer knocks the trumpet while I'm blowing it, which I could never do right, but it kind of worked. Like I could never blow that damn bugle right, but it kind of worked for the character because it was kind of weird. But I had to paint it on after that. So. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that's what's coming up. I want to thank everyone for joining me. Like you said, keep an eye out for my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I would love it. I hope you like this. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. I'm going to be doing more reviews, rewatches, and rambles in the weeks and months to come. And like I said, check out my latest ones. I was able to see a version of Dune early on, so I got a chance to see that. It's been a very popular video on my channel, actually. And I also saw M. Night Shyamalan's Old. I give my opinions on those, so go take a peek at that. I hope you keep an eye out for that one. I might do one on a movie I saw tonight. I watched a movie with a great title. Listen to this title and tell me this is not a film I had to watch. Bigfoot, UFOs, and Jesus.
Wow. Wow.
And all three of those things were kind of sort of in it. Jesus was more. It was more. There was one, and it starred Donnie Most from Happy Days, or as he now is called, Donnie Most. I couldn't help but do that the whole time while I'm watching him. Donnie Most, Donnie Most. If anybody watches Family Guy, you know what I'm talking about.
I prefer Don most now.
Yeah, he does. He goes by Don Most, and also had Victoria Jackson from UHF was in it, playing the mom, and she's quite robust now. Still cute. I still think she's cute. Thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Those who did, I know there weren't a lot, but you know what? This was a fun movie, and those who did, I just hope you had a good time. Anybody have any final words before we exit stage left?
Well, you're talking about subscribing and everything. I only need 7 more to make my 100.
Wow.
Come on,
So
folks.
if
7 more. Let's do it.
Who hasn't subbed to me? I only need 7 more to make my first 100.
I need 10 for 300.
Wow.
It was 9. I lost one somehow. Darn it.
Yeah, there was somewhere along the way where
please subscribe.
I lost like 4, and it's like, how did I lose 4?
people
now
drop
I'm up
out,
to
and
93. So
YouTube, and of course, as we see, YouTube knocks out Melissa every other week.
Yeah, right.
So
Exactly.
if they knock that out, that's a loss on ours. So, Melissa, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't, um, and I would really appreciate it. But yes, we really appreciate y'all. I love my Owl Pals. I'm so glad those who take time to join us here and those who join us later. I know one of my Owl Pals. I think her name is Lynn. Seems to comment on later, watches this, and I hope she watches this and enjoys it. And that's all I hope for. Final words, everybody good?
I'm good.
Just
Thanks so
thank y'all
much for
for-
having us.
yeah, just thank y'all for being here. Like I said,
Yep.
we love talking amongst yourself, but it's more fun when you guys are here joining in the chat and just throwing out comments and fun
Yep.
facts.
That's why it's called Films with Friends.
Yeah.
I love watching a film with my friends, not just Annette and Troy. You're all my Owl Pals, all my friends. So
Oh, there you go.
thank you for joining me, and have a very happy Sunday. Take care.